They had a rusher that gained 1,500 yards, a receiver that was over 2,000, and a quarterback that threw for over 3,000 yards. Nobody's done that ever in NCAA history at the Division I level. Tom Kraft's offense did that at San Diego State back in 1995.
Evans remains at quarterback. Came back in the last series after being shaken up. Throwing a screen pass to Mack on first down and runs into one of his own blockers and is brought down at about the 47.
Yeah, it looks like we have a late
out
hit.
Of the play is Matt Salazar.
Yeah, late hit on Evans, so Palomar is going to get called for a personal foul. Again, some frustration, some emotion coming out for the Palomar Comets.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down, number 4.
See, we can pick it up right here. Evans dropping back, flipping it out, and there you see the hit right there, a little bit late. Pow just knocked Evans down a little bit after he'd thrown the football, and official was right there to make the call.
You know, in the previous series, the right side guard, Jesse Iolana Maunakea, came out and was replaced by Sean Stronach, who's still in there at the right guard spot. And off to Mack. And he's got maybe 3, close to 4 yards at left side. He's sit by Marco Chavez, the middle linebacker. Getting down to the 34, maybe close to the 33. Now they put it back at the 34, so we'll call it a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Matt continues to rack up yardage in this football game. Just had a terrific day today. Done a little bit of everything for this CCS offense. 174 yards game, but he did have a loss of 5 yards on one play, so his official total is 169, inching closer to that 200-yard mark today.
3 wide receivers set. Mack, single setback. Oh, here's a screen pass again. Comes underneath the Taylor, and Taylor be out of bounds near the 23-yard line, it appears, for a first down.
Yeah, he ran into his own man, Travis McGee. The center was downfield trying to block for him. He bumps into Taylor. Slowed him down. It's one of the better hits we've seen today when CCSF has the ball. Unfortunately, it was a CCS player that made the hit. There it is right there. You see McGee just moving sideways, bumps into Taylor. That enables the Palomar defense to recover and knock him out of bounds.
Chavez was the man to drive him out, but that first hit made by Travis McGee. 1st and 10 at the 23 of the Comets. 22nd first down for San Francisco. Palomar has 7. Evans to Mack. Needs a block, but he's strung out and is going to lose a yard. Good play by the Palomar defense, and now another penalty marker comes in late as Charles Williams, outside linebacker, made the tackle. Well, we'll see what this penalty's for. We've had a busy game for the yellow markers here in the 3rd quarter. It looks like it's going to be grabbing the face mask.
Mask, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
And that is Ken Rivera, our referee today. That penalty takes it down to the 18-yard line. It makes it first down and 5. Final 40 seconds of this 3rd quarter. San Francisco heads for the 3rd straight state championship. Johnny Mack, right side. And he's got the 16-yard line, and maybe that's about it, about 3 yards more. It'll be 2nd down and perhaps 2. Ray Holdcraft and Andrew Wojcik on the tackle.
Yeah, if they keep playing like this defensively, Mack may not get 200 yards today. Much tougher sledding in the second half against the Palomar defense.
Gain to the 15, it's 2nd down, about 1.5 yards. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. So 45 minutes in the books here at the Mineral Bowl. San Francisco 15 minutes away from its third straight state championship. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. Welcome back. See the shot from here in the valley out to the Sierras. Pretty shot, and we're ready to go to the fourth quarter here. San Francisco is second down and 2, and a give to Mack, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Losing yards to a yard to about 16, it appears. Alavala is the free safety making the tackle for Palomar. Lost the yard to the 16. It's going to be second or third down and 2.
That's a nice play for Valles. This is the kind of defense they needed early in the football game and just couldn't come up with. Of course, San Francisco is a little bit more predictable right now. They're trying to chew on clock and run the football a little more than they did early on. But Palomar's shown that they are a pretty darn good defensive football team.
Third quarter stats, Palomar into the positive yardage situation now. 73 yards of total offense. They were -1 at halftime. Third and 2. Evans looking upfield and has the first down to Johnson. Then he comes back and he's going to get in the end zone. Robert Johnson taking a pass over near the sideline and turning it back inside and going in for the score. 16 yards on the touchdown.
There seems to be no end to the depth on this San Francisco roster. Johnson has run kick returns back today, and that's about it. Comes in on the offensive side, and he is into the end zone. Another great athlete here for George Rush and City College of San Francisco.
He only had 6 catches coming into the game, but puts him on the 60 mark. And there is point number 61 from Heinz on the conversion. Drive was 59 yards in 6 plays to the touchdown. Evans to Johnson, 16 yards for the score as we take another look.
Yeah, I think you could definitely say we're number one if you're a CCSF fan. Nice catch. Just a little move right here. Fakes out 3 or 4 guys and then dives for the end zone.
Coaches like that when you make people miss. And
yeah.
He did that. There's a look at Robert Johnson.
Get some style points for that dive also, I think.
So it is a 61-6 lead for San Francisco. Well, Junior College Championship game here, and that brings to mind that former California Community College track and field athlete Stacy Dragila, who of course attended Yuba College, has had quite a year, sweeping the world and U.S. women's track honors after setting no fewer than 8 world pole vault records this year. Dragila plans to compete at the Modesto Relays at Modesto JC. That'll be May 11th next year. Will also feature the 2002 Northern California Community Championships, with events alternating with the Olympic level invitational events. So Stacy Dragila and other big stars on hand. That'll be May 11th at the Modesto Relays. And she is fun to watch.
Oh yeah, she keeps raising that bar, setting those records, keeps it moving up. It's going to be incredible to see how far that sport comes.
Yeah.
Wasn't too long ago when women's pole vaulting did not exist.
Right. Well, good thing for Stacy it does. And she has some good competition, but she's just amazing. All right, we're ready for the kickoff. Hines ready to send it back the other end. It is Slaughter deep along with Alexander. And this will be Slaughter taking it from Alexander at the 5. Out to the 20 and the 26-yard line, it appears. Chancey Clark, who's had a couple of sacks on the day, comes up with the tackle on the kick team.
Slaughter's had some nice returns today. He's one of the guys that they haven't been able to find much in the offense, but he's a great athlete. Like DeAndre Alexander, he comes to this school from Fontana High School. They came over here together, and that's been one of the things that San Francisco has taken away from the Palomar offense, is their ability to get it to the slot receiver. That's where Larry Slaughter lines up for Palomar.
There's the ball on the ground after the snap, and let's see who's got it. Looks as though Palomar may have kept it. Is good enough started back, just didn't have the football.
And he alertly put his head back in there and picked up the ball.
Check that. We have John Nielsen at quarterback. Nielsen lost the ball. Got it back for a short gain. And this is a good gain out close to first down yardage. Out to the 36 or 37-yard line. That was Rory Palmer, who hasn't had too much of a chance to get anything established today. And again, coming into the game and run for 940 yards, averaging 5.5 yards per carry. Jabril Wilson made the tackle.
Nielsen is a freshman. He hasn't taken many snaps this year. In fact, he's only thrown 10 passes all season for Palomar.
Nielsen giving to Palmer again. He's got 4 or 5 more. Ryan Ossoon made the tackle. Called the 43-yard line. It's going to be second down and a long 4. Palmer again hit behind the line. That's Jabril Wilson coming through to drop him back in the 42. Well, that's a loss. It'll make it third down and 5.
There's Jabril, the All-American from Oak Grove. Love that story George Rush told about him coming to meet him and not telling him that he was the CCS Defensive Player of the Year. Most guys would wear that T-shirt. They came in, they were trying to sell themselves to a college coach.
Third down, about 4.5 here. Just shy of the 43. Nielsen for his first pass. Going up top for Alexander, but overthrows him. Alexander had a step on the double coverage. Both Wilson and Nunn were back there, but the ball was overthrown.
He did indeed. That was deep middle, and Alexander had beat Wilson and Nunn. That's something that hasn't happened all day for Palomar. Unfortunately, the pass was about 5 yards too far.
So Palomar will go into punt formation, and Kovacevic will get the kick away from just behind his 30. Johnson goes deep with Burton. Wobbly kick. It's going to be Burton at the 27, and here he goes again. Burton had one return for a touchdown, and this one's about 22 yards or so right up to midfield. Burton had a 56-yarder all the way, and a nice return here, about 22 yards just shy of the 50-yard line. 61-6, the Rams closing in another title. We'll be right back.
Yo, you know who led the league?
CCSF will have the football as the Palomar cheerleaders continue to support their team. They got on the scoreboard in the third quarter. CCSF will go to work at its own 49-yard line, leading it at 61-6. And here goes the toss. Here's the ball on the ground, a fumble, and it looks as though San Francisco may have it back. Gabriel Button came up with the recovery. Nelson continues to operate the team at quarterback.
Yeah, Button is a tight end, and you know, San Francisco hasn't made a lot of mistakes today. We've seen them come up with what you may call lucky bounces or breaks, but this is all hustle right here by Button. That has a lot to do with who comes up with those loose balls. Look at the total yardage. Not even close.
Now San Francisco slowed down. They had, 306, I believe it was, at the half. 2nd and 12 now after the loss on first down. And Nissen is going on the quarterback draw, and he's got another nice gain. He's across the 40-yard line and appears to have a first down maybe near the 39. Charles Williams chased him out. As you recall, had the good run out of punt formation in the face of a big rush, and has had a couple of nice runs since.
Yeah, he might be the leading rusher in the second half for San Francisco with that fake punt, and then this one right here, pretty nice run. Picks up the first down.
That's good for 24 yards in the first down at the 39-yard line. First and 10 at the 39 of Palomar. Nissen faking and keeping. And he's got about 3 more, it appears, to the 36.
Wojcik almost came up with that ball. He did take it away, but they whistled it just before he was able to wrestle it away.
Looks like the 36 will be the progress. Gain of 3 at second, 7. 207 yards rushing for San Francisco to 1 for Palomar. Of course, a lot of that is reflected in negative yardage as a result of sacks. I believe there's been a total of 6 for the Rams. Good enough has not had enough time. There's Nelson's numbers, 33 yards on 6 carries. Second and 7 here. Well, there's a quick play by the defense. Greg Williams, or rather Theo Warren brought down. Warren, hit before he got close to the line of scrimmage by Aaron Bayhoff.
Oh, right up the middle, and Palomar pretty much knows what CCSF is trying to do here, and that's just run out clock with dive plays and quarterback keepers, and they're able to get some penetration, make the play. See if on third down Coach Rush doesn't mix it up a little bit right here.
See the clock running as it hits the 9:10 mark. That's how far San Francisco is away from a third straight title. Remember, the 2 years prior to that, they lost in this championship game, so they have had quite a run. 3rd and 9. Nesson looking to run again, and nowhere to go, thrown down at the 40. So that'll make it 4th down at about 11, it appears. Terry Murphy and Aaron Vayao in his 2nd straight play. And with 4th down and 11, it looks as though the punt team has come on for San Francisco. There's a look at George Rush. And Tom Kraft, his final 8:20 as the head coach at Palomar. And now San Francisco is asking for a timeout.
Yeah, Tom Kraft is going to be a busy guy after this game's over.
San Francisco.
Got to put together a staff and get ready for
timeout
Division I football.
All right, we're going to have a timeout. It'll be 4th and 11 for San Francisco. There you see their big lead, 61-6. We'll be right back.
Canucks tonight at 7 on Fox Sports Net.
4th down and a long 10 for CCSF here. They have the punt team on. Nesson, of course, has shown he can run out of this by necessity earlier. And Joe Serrano, the single safety for Palomar. Comes up with a low snap and drives it down toward the Coffin corner. It'll be out of bounds, it appears, near the 5-yard line.
Well, that's great execution. Can't think of an aspect of the game today that CCSF hasn't executed. They've done everything well.
They've had quite a day. And late at 61-6 here.
I think it's safe to say how they're going to hold on to that number 1 spot in the nation. Not only number 1 in the state, but number 1 in the nation at the 2-year college level.
Hard to fathom how they could have lost any votes today.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they changed anybody's mind about them.
1st and 10 at the 5-yard line for Palomar. Nielsen at quarterback. Or no, he's out of there. We have a 3rd quarterback in for Palomar. This is Roman Ibarra, who's come in. And now penalty markers at the end of this play. As the frustrations are building here late in the game, apparently.
Ibarra almost got a safety right there. He's from Vista High School, spent some time at UCLA as well. He's a redshirt freshman.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Well, that'll move it out in a little more comfortable territory. Taking it up to the 19-yard line. So Roman Ibarra gets an opportunity to run things here. 1st and 10 for Plenty of time and completes it out on the right side. That is caught by Eddie Sullivan. Gain to the 25-yard line.
Ibarra's only thrown 7 passes all season coming into this contest, so he hasn't had a lot of work in game situations. But maybe the quarterback of the future here for Palomar.
2nd and 5, throwing again. Alexander's got this one for a first down and goes to the 34-yard line before he is wrestled down. Easily picking up the first down, the tackle made by Eric Turner.
And you have to wonder who might replace Tom Kraft here at Palomar. They've got some guys that have spent some time in this program and done a great job, like Joe Early, 13 seasons here, the defensive coordinator this year. He might be a great choice.
Ibarra throwing again. Again, it's Alexander, and thrown out of bounds at about the 44-yard line, close to another first down. Mark Walker made the defensive play. We're inside the 7-minute mark now. Pilots continue to go without the huddle. Here's a draw play. Not much room there for Williams, and he may not have seen the line of scrimmage at the end of the play.
No, I don't think he got even close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd down. San Francisco with some new guys in there, but the same type of results. Well,
Tapu Tagaloa with that tackle.
I stand corrected. They gave him forward progress out to the 45, and they moved the chains.
1st and 10 for the Comets. Give on first down again around the right side. This play's going to go down the sideline. That looks like a 55-yard touchdown. Alex Thompson, 55 yards for the score.
Thompson, whose longest run this year was a 15-yarder, breaks a 55-yarder in the state championship. He'll be back next year for this team, and he's a very good athlete. Whoever's coaching this Palomar team next season is going to have something to work with guys like Ibarra and that gentleman right there who runs for the touchdown, Alex Thompson.
61-12 the lead now as the conversion attempt is blocked. Remember, that's a live football. And going to be knocked out of bounds there. Heads up play. And Chauncey Clark was the man to block it. Boy, he's had a busy day. A couple of sacks, almost had the interception on another near sack. Nielsen, the holder, finally just batted the ball out of bounds. A heads up play to prevent any return.
Kicking game has been a huge problem for the Comets.
61-12, they'll be right back.
Hi. We're
95 yards in 5 plays for the Comets touchdown, and it's 61-12.
And I want to give a note of thanks out to United Rentals. They're providing us with lifts here today at the Mineral Bowl to help us bring you this coverage for any equipment needs you might have. Remember United Rentals. They're all over the place, and they've got some great lifts. I want to thank them for providing us with that great shot you see right there in the end zone. Here's the touchdown by Thompson. Nice block downfield, and Thompson knows what to do with it when he turns the corner. He is off and running. A lot of second-teamers in there for San Francisco. But Thompson gets the touchdown nonetheless out of San Marcos High School. And the kicking game has been just a huge problem. They missed 3 kicks last week. They've had both extra points blocked here today.
All right, we're ready for the kickoff. Sherwood hits it. Gonna come down to Roberts at about the 10. He gets one block there. Out to the 45, cuts it back to midfield. And a great return. There's a penalty marker late in the run. A nice return by Cameron Roberts.
Yeah, Ccsf keeps coming up with guys that can handle the football well. Roberts almost broke this. He's out of Tamalpais High School.
Jacques Féton with the tackle for Palomar. This penalty appears will be stepped off from about the 47-yard line.
Block in the back. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So let's move back to the 37 for San Francisco. And Rivera's Cruz said, much busier second half. We want to make note of the field judge. Bob Kayajanian working his final game today. He's been a collegiate official for some 30 years. So congratulations to him on a great career. The quarterback is in for San Francisco. And off on first down going to Warren. And he's out of bounds. About a 7-yard gain, it appears. The quarterback for San Francisco is Douglas Lealau, as he replaces Nesson, who took over for Evans. George Rush giving many people as possible a chance to play in this championship game, and why not?
That's nice. Leilau's out of Jefferson High School, just south of San Francisco. He's a sophomore here. Very talented in his own right.
Well, hands it off to Warren again, and Theo banging his way out relatively close to the first down, it appears. He's at least to the 46-yard line, maybe a yard short. Clock is going to wind to the 5-minute mark. And it has been all San Francisco, 27 points in the first quarter. It was 47-0 at the half. And second half, each team has scored 2 touchdowns. And that's how you get to 61-12.
These backup quarterbacks for San Francisco are both great athletes. They figured to battle it out for the number 1 job, but Orlando Evans again showed up in July and was a surprise find for Coach Rush. He had originally enrolled at San Jose State, changed his mind, came here to San Francisco.
3rd and 1, and Warren very close to the first down. He needed the 47-yard line, and the way I see the head linesman, he may not have gotten there. Just wait till we get things spotted. Looks as though we'll have a measurement. So we've had just about, not at all today, Dave, but we haven't had a measurement, have we?
No, I think this is the first time
This
for
will be
that.
pretty exciting.
Got a prediction for us? Maybe you can go 1 for 1.
Well, I thought he was just short, but let's take a look here. And then the question becomes, he is short by maybe 6 inches, maybe even close to a foot. Do you punt at this point, or do you go for it?
I think you punt the football.
Looks like that'll be the case as Nesson comes back out there.
George Rush with a towel around his shoulders, maybe anticipating getting dunked here.
No, he already got
Real
dunked.
soon. Did he get dunked?
Yeah.
I missed that.
I think he's trying to dry out. It happened at about the 6-minute marker.
Boy, they got him early today.
Well, got to surprise him. Looks like we can increase that victory total by 1 here very shortly. But George would figure to have a great opportunity to go for the 200 mark next year if he gets to 192 today. Hey, really go out on a limb there.
No question about it. And what he's most proud about is in his program and what community college football does for these young men is these are players who normally wouldn't be playing. Their careers would be over. They didn't get recruited by Division I colleges, or their grades weren't good enough, or whatever. They get a second chance here at the community college level.
Nesson does well with a low snap. Serrano chased off to his left and won't be able to field this one. It'll be allowed to roll inside the 5-yard line, right to the 5, and we've got a couple players locked up out near the 20 in strong combat. So another good punt for Nesson, who's had himself quite a day between running and punting. All right, we're going to take a break here as Palomar gets the ball back. 61-12. San Francisco just 4 minutes away from another championship. Stay with us. Palomar gets another chance here, trailing it big at 61-12, but they'll be trying to score as we're down to the final 3 minutes and 59 seconds here. Ball comes out on first down, the fumble, and it looks as though Palomar has recovered. Clean lost that ball and it came flying out to the left.
Yeah, I want to know if a bounce that actually goes Palomar's way. There haven't been many of those today. See, this one's just up in the air. Lyman diving on it. Keeping Palomar in business offensively.
It's Joshua Lott, who is in at running back and takes the handoff again, gets to about the 10. Thrown back by Dino Lettieri. So we're getting a lot of new people in here. And why not? You see the clock running. Down to 3:12 here as both coaches try to get as many players in as possible. Nielsen's little inside screen is deflected, falls incomplete. Trying to hook up there with Sullivan, but the ball was deflected by Chauncey Clark. What a game he's had.
Yeah, Chauncey Clark's been all over the place today for San Francisco. Forces another punting situation here today. And to remind people out there, take note of some of the names you're seeing here today at this community college level, because there are going to be some guys that pop up at Division I schools in the next few years. San Francisco, you talk to Coach Rush, he says, you know, he's got anywhere between 10 and 15 guys that'll end up with D1 scholarships coming out of this season. That's pretty incredible, and Palomar has a few of themselves, and I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a few of these Comets end up at San Diego State playing for Coach Kraft next year.
There's the punt. Fielded at the 45-yard line by Johnson, and he has nowhere to go, and this is buried at about the 43-yard line. So San Francisco will get it back and try to grind out the clock here. We have 2:46 remaining, fourth quarter. San Francisco, that far away from a third straight state championship. We'll be right back. San Francisco will go to work from the 43-yard line. They would, I assume, be happy just to run out the clock here to wrap up this game. And off on first down, and maybe a loss of a yard. Jeremy Lindsay getting a chance. Didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down. We'll call it a loss of 1, second down and 11. Well, San Francisco with quite a show in that first half. 27-point first quarter, 47-0 lead at the intermission. And as strong as they are, I don't think anyone really expected that.
No, definitely not. You figured that Palomar was going to come in here and give a much better showing than they did today. And I think it was just an unfortunate situation with the way things went early on today, and it went from bad to worse for them. But this is a good football team, and it's been a great year around the state. Teams like Fresno have had great years. Pasadena, a team that really felt that they should have had a shot at the state championship. Chaffey College that Palomar knocked off to get here. Canyons was 10-1 this year. And San Francisco, definitely the cream of the crop, no doubt about that. But the level of play around the state this year has been outstanding.
Cameron Roberts stopped for virtually no gain on the last play, so it's third down, about 10.5 here. We'll see if the Rams will keep it on the ground as they have less than 90 seconds now to kill off. Here's a toss to the right side, and it is Shepard getting the chance, and he's stopped and kept in bounds at about the 38-yard line. So it'll bring up fourth down and about 6, it might appear. George Rush will have to decide whether to punt here or not. And chances are it doesn't matter a whole lot. Fourth down and 6 at the 38-yard line.
San Francisco starting to celebrate. I want to thank everybody here in Visalia for making us feel welcome down here. It's been a lot of fun. Beautiful day today. Can't beat the view of the mountains. They had a great banquet for the teams last night, and they really treat the players right when they get to this state level. It gives everybody something to shoot at for next year, trying to get to this level and get to this game and be a part of this state championship.
Shellison is back there ready to punt. Goes Serrano, the deep man, but see if they're going to get this off in time or not. Well, there's a delay penalty, and with the ball at the 38, that probably worked to their advantage, although Palomar has the option to.
They're dunking some other coaches over there. Everybody's going to leave wet if you're a San Francisco coach on that other side of the field.
5-yard penalty, repeat, fourth down.
5 yards just stepped off, so it's back to the 44 now, and Nissen will be ready to punt with 16 seconds. Thanks to our crew here today, John Zibble, our statistician, John Ramey, our spotter. Our great crew here, headed by Director Jim Reisinger and producer Fred Baer. Here's the punt. And Serrano falling down, diving out, makes a fine catch at about the 14-yard line, dump ball to handle. So that will give the ball back to Palomar with 8 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. And San Francisco will begin its celebration in earnest.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fun trip back to the Bay Area. Third straight time they'll be taking the title home to San Francisco.
So the offense will have one more go at it here for Palomar. Roman Ibarra comes back into quarterback after John Nielsen had played again in the last series. Alex Thompson, who had that long touchdown run, is back in a tailback. So this could be the final play, unless it's not. Pass is completed on the little inside screen. That's going to go a long way. And off to the races goes Eddie Sullivan. Look at him go. Down to the 30 along the sideline and knocked out of bounds to end the ball game. As they almost broke one more on an exciting last play as the celebration for George Rush and his CCSF Rams is on as they win a third straight state title in resounding fashion here. 61-12 the final score.
Congratulations to Coach Rush and the CCSF Rams. Also Palomar for getting here. It was a great season for them. All the participants around the state that made this a very memorable season at the community college level.
Well, there you see the players meeting at the center of the field. City College of San Francisco, again the California state champion, and the margin grows larger each year. It was a close game with Allen Engok 2 years ago. They got after Bakersfield pretty well, pulled away in the second half last year, and here they just had way too much for Palomar from the get-go.
Yeah, and the talent keeps building. When you have this kind of success, everybody wants to come and play for you, and that's the benefit of having a great program. George Rush continues to put players out on the field, put together this program, and do what nobody else has been able to match at this community college level.
So there's a look at the City College of San Francisco. They go home with their third straight state championship. 61-12, the Rams win big. Hal Ramey speaking for Dave Cox, saying so long for the Mineral Bowl. CCSF wins its third straight state championship. You've been watching the California Community College Football Championship on Fox Sports Net.
Last year, I ordered my costume on a cell phone,